Now on Coast TV News.
Stalled hotel saga. It is ongoing in Rehoboth Beach, the latest in the attempt to build the Belhaven Hotel above the boardwalk.
Denver departure disaster, the shocking scenes on a runway, and what investigators believe was the cause of this fire to an American Airlines jet.
Corporate control clash. A bill passes in the Delaware Senate to entice big businesses to remain in the state, why it was able to garner bipartisan support.
The week is ending cloudy and cool for Delmarva. A weekend warm-up is on the way with showers and thunderstorms late Sunday, possibly strong to severe. Details coming up.
This is Coast TV News Today.
Friday, March 14th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
And it is Friday, Elisa.
It is Friday.
Also the start of St. Patrick's Day weekend.
It is.
And
hard to believe.
We should follow all the leads here and just celebrate responsibly.
Absolutely. Well, this is one of my favorite holidays. I'm really Irish, so I obviously love this weekend. But I know someone else who's Irish, too, and enjoys this weekend as well. So we're going to turn to First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey to tell us a little bit about our St. Patrick's Day forecast.
Yes, and my heritage as well, right? Good morning, Elisa. Good morning, Matt. Yeah, 25% Irish, and St. Patrick's Day is coming up on Monday. Kind of has that feel of Ireland out there this morning. It's damp, it's kind of cloudy, and not misty. 42 in Delmar, 43 in Georgetown, 42 in Ocean City. So we've got uniform temperatures in the lower 40s now under cloudy skies. Visibility, well, it's a little lower than yesterday. 5 miles in Ocean City, 6 in Salisbury, 7 in Georgetown. So a little hazy out there as we have this persistent northeast wind, this onshore flow, winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour at times, really feeling raw out there. And unfortunately, we could not see that total lunar eclipse a little earlier because we're socked in with all the low clouds. And that trend will continue this morning and really much of the day as we continue in an easterly flow. Maybe some breaks of sun a little bit later on. All in all, though, pretty cloudy. Here's 6 a.m. on Futurecast. Lower 40s at the beaches and maybe some upper 30s. But I think with the overcast skies, most of us are in the 40s. Mid-morning, lots of clouds, maybe some breaks by noon. Farther to the west, I think if you get into the sun, you're in the lower 50s. Otherwise, in the clouds, I'm afraid I think we stay in the 40s once again. I think this model might be a little optimistic on clearing out the clouds as they will be plentiful through the evening hours and temperatures into the 40s. Once again, maybe some breaks of sun, especially across the inland areas. So the wind still coming in off the ocean with that raw feel today with lots of clouds, some breaks, and once again, maybe 50s if you see the sun. Bigger warm up for the weekend and possibly strong to severe storms later Sunday. I'll have all those details coming up a little bit later on.
All right, thank you, Bob. That's a lot going on there. Here's a better look along the coast of our Friday morning conditions. This is on the boardwalk in Rehoboth Beach, and later today, this area that we see here, it is the focal point of the city's planning commission. And that is our top story this morning, the stalled project on the boardwalk, which calls for the Belhaven Luxury Hotel to be built on the current site of the Candy Kitchen business. It's back before Rehoboth Beach officials. Planning Commission is expected to debate the impact of passing ordinances related to the project. It was this past December that those same commissioners were unable to give approval to the hotel's site plans.
Happening today, the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company will take on the first step in its Station 2 renovation and construction project. The agency says a groundbreaking event starts at 10 a.m. And since the fire company relies on volunteers, it is looking for community help with the $3.5 million expansion. On your screen right now, you can see the markups for that project, and that would be the new building. And the building would have 4 new truck bays, a training room, and more. The building will be located off of Banks Road in Long Neck.
Also today, South Bethany officials are going over a couple of updates. Town Council is expected to hear a presentation on the draft budget for the fiscal year 2026. There will also be a second reading on a proposed noise ordinance. That reading, it's normally a formality for approval, and there could be a vote on those ordinance updates at this meeting.
South Bethany's neighboring town, Fenwick Island, is familiar with noise rules, and according to the town, noise is now limited to 65 decibels or less during the day and 55 or less during quiet hours. Fines for noise violations would be set at $200 per offense, and quiet hours now run from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Got a frightening situation that took place in Denver. Passengers were evacuated after an American Airlines plane caught fire, according to a statement from the airline, after landing safely and taxiing to the gate at the Denver International Airport. American Airlines flight 10:06 experienced an engine-related issue. According to American Airlines, 6 passengers were taken to a local hospital for further evaluation, and we're still waiting to learn how this fire started.
In Sussex County, 4 properties, 2 in Lewis and 2 in Rehoboth Beach, will go before the Board of Assessment this morning. The ones in Lewis are a Duafine Street and Bradley Lane. In Rehoboth Beach, they will look at a property on Holly Ridge, and there's one in the North Shores on Ocean Drive. The Delaware Senate has passed the controversial Senate Bill 21, which aims to update the state's corporate laws. The bill changes how business deals between company leaders and major shareholders are handled, addressing concerns over equity in corporate governance. Opponents worry that bill gives corporate boards too much power, but supporters argue it strengthens Delaware's business-friendly reputation.
If there is a perceived bias on one side of the fence versus the other, we need to make sure that we are letting companies know that, yes, we're taking a look at it. We are rebalancing the equations and making sure that everybody's got a fair shot here in Delaware when it comes to corporate governance.
And that bill will now move to the House for further review next week in Dover.
Now taking a live look at our nation's capital, 2 temporary wins in court for hundreds of thousands of fired government workers. And this comes as a key Senate Democrat changes his mind on a potential government shutdown. That's because the clock is running out for lawmakers to pass a bill to keep the government up and running after midnight tonight.
NBC's Alice Barr shows us how this, all while the Trump administration threatens new taxes on popular imported goods and the stock market spiral in response.
In a sweeping ruling overnight, a federal judge in Maryland ordered thousands of fired federal workers across 21 agencies and departments be temporarily reinstated, finding the mass firings were unlawful and not based on employee assessments, writing that when firing someone for unsatisfactory performance, quote, the employer must honestly be dissatisfied with the probationer's conduct or performance after giving him a fair trial on the job. It's the latest instance of the courts checking the Trump administration as Democrats in Congress struggle for a strategy. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer now saying he will support House Republicans' short-term funding bill to prevent a government shutdown.
The alternative is worse.
The bill needs support from Democrats to pass, and Leader Schumer previously said the votes weren't there, now saying he believes the Trump administration wants a shutdown.
They could cut half the government. They could tell employees you're not essential and never bring them back. That's the problem. There is no check on them with a shutdown.
Others arguing it's time to take a stand against cuts already tearing through the government.
You're not going to throw 83,000 workers off the Veterans Administration. You're not going to cut the Social Security staff.
All amid stock market volatility and recession fears as the Trump trade war keeps growing. President Trump threatening new 200% tariffs on European wine and spirits if the European Union doesn't drop its new levies that include American whiskey.
We're not going to be ripped off anymore.
Meetings with foreign leaders in the U.S. and Canada so far not yielding a step back from the brink. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
President Trump could impose 200% tariffs on alcohol from the European Union. That announcement comes in response to the region's retaliatory 50% tax on U.S. whiskey, further escalating tensions between 2 longtime trading partners. Trump wrote on Truth Social on Thursday, the U.S. will shortly place a 200% tariff on all wines, champagnes, and alcoholic products coming out of France and other European Union countries. This will be great for the wine and champagne businesses in the U.S. And we're just getting started in this hour of CoastTV News today.
Yeah, coming up, it's Celebration Weekend. We'll tell you about all the festivities happening along our coast as many will head out to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Also, burn ban impacts will tell you what some Maryland leaders say has led to mandates across several counties in the state and when you can expect those rules to be lifted.
And truck tariff turmoil, we just heard a little bit about that. How some economists say this popular pickup could face a big impact amid new steel and aluminum tariffs. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view. Soaring Over the Shore, Mondays on Coast TV News at 6. Sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque, knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app today.
Coming up, Kate Blanchett reveals her secret for getting into character.
You've already shifted! I know.
And the winner of the blockbuster hit show Traitors, Dylan Efron.
Friday at noon on Coast TV.
5:11 on this Friday morning, finally Friday. Lots of clouds, 42 in Milford. Visibility looks pretty good. We've got 5 miles and some haze in Ocean City, 6 in Salisbury, 7 in Georgetown. So a little hazy out there. So drive with caution this morning. But temperatures uniformly in the low 40s now, ranging from about 41 to 43. We have that persistent onshore flow and a little gusty at the beaches right now as we're socked in with the clouds. That's going to be the case pretty much all day long as we continue with this easterly flow, maybe a few peaks of sun. Make sure the kids are somewhat bundled up this morning. 42, breezy and chilly, lots of clouds, maybe a few peaks of sun off the bus this afternoon, but mainly cloudy, breezy and chilly, and 49 degrees.
Thank you, Bob. The city of Salisbury said traffic lights at the intersections of East Main Street and Snow Hill Road and East Main Street and Ward Street are currently flashing. The city says today a contractor is going to assess the necessary repairs, and until those signals are fixed, drivers are asked to approach those intersections with caution.
Now, also, local businesses still have time to register for the Sussex County High School Job Fair. According to the Bethany Fenwick Area Chamber of Commerce, the deadline has actually been extended to March 24th. Job fair takes place in high school gym on April 3rd, and that runs from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
The U.S. Postmaster General has signed an agreement with DOJ and the General Services Administration to identify ways to streamline the Postal Service. In a letter to Congress, the Postmaster and DOJ teams will address the agency's legislative mandates and regulatory requirements. They'll also focus on improving management of its retirement assets and workers' compensation programs.
Wall Street Journal is reporting the Ford F-150 would be among the biggest victims of President Donald Trump's tariffs on imported aluminum and steel. It's one of America's most popular pickup trucks, and it's one of the biggest users of aluminum in the auto industry. Also, steel and aluminum account for more than half of the material used for all vehicles. If the tariffs remain in place, Barclays estimates the cost of building vehicles could rise by about $400 per vehicle.
We continue to see those pesky low clouds, and you can see them well on the Irish Ice Cam right now. In Lewis, calm on the canal, 43. It's a chilly end to the work week, and then a weekend warm up, especially into Sunday, where it's muggy and warmer with showers and storms later Sunday into Monday, possibly strong to severe. I'll have all the forecast details. Time it out on Futurecast in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, celebrate Women's History Month with a special film festival highlighting women's activism, from Rosie the Riveter to the Women's March. Plus, meet Bert, our adorable pet of the week. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead and Dallas Federico.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Time is 5:16, and you're looking live at the bright lights along the canal in Lewis. And Bob, extra attention, dare I say, extra pressure on you with that big St. Patrick's Day parade in Ocean City this weekend?
Yeah. What day is that again?
Tomorrow.
I think it's good.
All right.
It's going to be a little chilly, but I think the weather will hold up. I think it will be dry, but just make sure you layer up a little bit. Visibility-wise, we're looking at about 5 to 7 miles visibility. A little haze out there right now, especially lower visibility around Ocean City, but nothing in the way of fog out there right now. So just some low-hanging clouds. And temperatures uniform under that low cloud deck, 41 in Ocean Pines, 42 Bethany Beach and Delmar, 43 in Georgetown, 43 in Milton. So we're not scraping frost this morning. We continue with a northeasterly wind, pretty light inland areas, but at the beaches a little stronger, gusting to 19 miles per hour, just adding kind of to the rawness with this air mass, and a little lighter inland right now as we're looking at. We're socked in with the low clouds right now. Things really haven't changed in the past day or so as we have a lot of low-level moisture. The flow still coming in off the ocean, and it's still cool high pressure in place. We're looking to the west. We're clear across the plains, but then across the mountains, we're seeing lots of rain and snow, lots of energy coming in across the west coast into the Rockies, and then that will spawn a huge storm in the lee of the Rockies. Could be one of the lowest pressure storms we've seen in some times, and eventually that will give us a chance of showers and thunderstorms later Sunday. But until then, we're pretty quiet weather-wise. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're seeing lots of clouds out there. Temperatures still in the 40s, and we'll be steady in the low to mid-40s to the morning hours. And then by the noon hour, if we get some breaks in the overcast, we're looking at lower 50s from Seaford down into the Salisbury area. But under that cloud deck, Millsboro back towards the coast, probably mid to upper 40s with the cloudy skies. And then by 4 o'clock, if we see the breaks once again, you're into the low to mid 50s. This might be a little optimistic, but lots of clouds across the coast. And then those clouds fill back in this evening. Maybe some patchy drizzle as well, and temperatures in the 40s as we go into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's temperatures are tricky because we're watching a warm front lifting to the north. We're in the 40s late morning, and I'm expecting mid 60s, but this model has us only in the 40s to around 50 degrees. That's a big temperature disparity, so I'll have to just see the placement of that warm front. I'm hoping that it is a little mild milder into the 60s. And then into the evening hours, we're looking at temperatures in the 50s. As we do have a stationary front to our south, and we continue with that chilly northeast flow with highs into the 50s for today. And we continue with that persistent easterly wind as we go through today and tonight. And then that wind starts to turn around to the south as we go into this weekend. And then by Sunday, the winds get pretty strong, gusting at least 30 miles per hour in the morning. We do have a yellow alert Thursday for gusty winds and late day showers and storms. By the afternoon, some places maybe gusts of 40 miles per hour and maybe a little stronger near storms into Sunday evening as a warm front will be lifting to the north. Just when it moves through, that's still up in the air, but it looks like Sunday is definitely the warmer of the 2 days. And then we move into Sunday. It's windy and it's muggy as well. Then we're watching for late day showers and thunderstorms, some heavy rain possible Sunday night into very early Monday. So this looks like a nocturnal event with some of those storms that could be on the feisty side, maybe some damaging winds. And then it looks like on St. Patrick's Day, maybe a wet start, but then we'll see a drier end. But it looks like maybe a good soaking of rain, at least 3/4 of an inch of rain. Some places maybe 1.5 inches later Sunday on into Monday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 52 cloudy today, 65 on Saturday. I have put a yellow alert for later Sunday for showers and some stronger storms. We'll continue to watch that. Morning rain on St. Patrick's Day, 59, and then warming up through the 60s Tuesday through Thursday. Maybe some spring-like showers as spring arrives next Thursday. Congratulations to Heather Jameson from Salisbury. She is the proud owner of a new umbrella from Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling and Coast TV.
All right, thanks, Bob. You just mentioned about some rain for next week. Now, despite snow and rainstorms over the past 2.5 months here, yeah, technically we're still being listed as being under drought conditions, and those are the conditions ripe for brush fires. Thursday, on the eastern shore, Dorchester and Somerset counties implemented burn bans. All open-air fires are not allowed until those bans are lifted.
This has been a strange year for weather. You would think with all the snow we got, we'd have a little bit more fluid around, but we don't. They base the decision on a scale D1 through D5, D5 being the worst, which is, I think, extreme drought, and we're a D2, almost a D3. So it's really something that we want to watch now.
Yeah, the Maryland Department of Natural Resources, they're advising people to keep their properties clean of any trash, dry leaves, or twigs to lessen the risk of a brush fire spreading.
If you're looking for an excuse to wear green this weekend, there's plenty of options to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and more. So stay tuned for your cool things to do.
Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dreams. Coast TV News can be heard on Coast Country.
Ready to cross the finish line without breaking a sweat? Join Women Supporting Women for the Quick Finisher 0.0 Unrun on Saturday, April 26th from 11 to 2 at Brew River in Salisbury. No training required. Step across the start-finish line and then celebrate with great food, drinks, music, and raffles. Your registration includes a custom race bib, sticker, and a delicious buffet, all for a great cause. It's the easiest race you'll ever finish. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
City of Milford getting ready for spring by hosting its 5th annual community cleanup, and this will be on Saturday, April 12th from 8 to 10:30 a.m. And if you live in Milford, you can sign up right now on the city's website.
And the city of Salisbury is also getting ready for spring. The city says free bulk pickup begins next Monday, March 17th. And according to the city, locals who want to participate must call field operations to schedule a pickup. And your last day to get rid of any unwanted belongings is March 21st. And Matt, Ireland is on my bucket list. I really want to visit it, but Bob said that the weather this weekend's going to really resemble Ireland.
You don't need to get a pass.
I
you
don't.
Just enjoy
it's for free.
all what Delmarva
Bob,
has to
that's
offer.
so convenient. Thank you.
I too have family in Ireland, Lisa, in Cork. Yeah, I have to get over there too. So, but our weather is very close to what they see in Ireland, and this is the kind of forecast Matt loves. He doesn't have to really use too much sunscreen today. Lots of clouds at the beaches, and we're looking at temperatures staying in the 40s, only mid to upper 40s, and a raw easterly wind and waves around 3 to 5 feet for Fenwick Island and Ocean City. And it's going to be a cloudy ferry ride up to Cape May, temperatures into the mid 40s there. So another chilly day. Rehoboth Beach also in the mid 40s with lots of clouds. On the bay side, maybe a few peaks of sun for you in Cambridge with temperatures into the mid 50s, and Crisfield, you're looking at temperatures, I think, getting close to 50 degrees. So if you're in the sun today, 50s, but once again in those clouds, temperatures in the 40s. But a weekend warm up on the way and some storms later Sunday into early Monday. Much more on that coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Bob. And this weekend, you'll be able to see the sights of spring or feel the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, Christina DiRobertis has your lineup of cool things to do.
I think it's pretty lucky that the biggest St. Patrick's Parade in Maryland is right here on the coast. So get your green on and head to Ocean City. The parade starts at noon Saturday on Coastal Highway at 57th Street. Or you can roll through Milford for the St. Patty's Pub Crawl. It starts at 7 p.m. and there's specials at every stop. But it's not all about St. Patty's this weekend. The Delaware Botanic Gardens in Daxboro officially reopened this week and with an upgraded welcome center. Or head to the annual indoor flea market at Cape Henlopen State Park Saturday. It's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and proceeds support local educational programs. Also, the Nature Conservancy is offering a free guided walk through Ponders Tract in Sussex County. Explore the area's forests, wetlands, and pine plantations while observing local wildlife. You can check out the Cool Things to Do article on CoastTV.com for all the details.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Tonight,
Zing zing!
get happy.
I'm so excited I could pee. I know that's a figure of speech, but cut back on your water.
Happy's Place, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
2 Guinness.
Oh, we're not gonna drink that Macallan 25, 3 of them. Harvey Specter, nice to meet you. Do you want to play with me, or would you like to play against me? Oh, you think I couldn't take you?
Suits LA, new Sunday on NBC and Peacock.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand back for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com now.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Now on CoastTV News.
Belhaven Blueprint Battle, that is what is scheduled to be before Rehoboth Beach's Planning Commission today. We break down the latest of this ongoing effort of putting a luxury hotel on the boardwalk.
Reinstatement ruling, the order issued by an Obama-appointed judge against the Trump administration's efforts in shrinking the size of the federal bureaucracy.
Keeping Delaware corporations, how a bill just passed in the Senate has an impact on how much people in the state pay in taxes.
The week is ending cloudy and cool for Delmarva. A weekend warm-up is on the way with showers and thunderstorms late Sunday, possibly strong to severe. Details coming up.
This is CoastTV News Today.
March 14th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, 5:31 on this Friday morning. We're going to deal with this in about 10 minutes from now, but I just have to say, heartbreaking loss last night in the MEAC tournament for Delaware State. The Hornets had high hopes of getting into the NCAAs, and they lost on a buzzer beater. You'll see that in just a few minutes.
I feel their pain. My beloved Scarlet Knights also lost.
Beloved?
Yes. Very disappointed in
My
them.
condolences, my friend.
Yeah, they didn't accomplish what I wanted them to this season, but okay. All right. Well, we're now going to turn to Bob Trahey. Maybe some better news about the weather. Anything better than Rutgers losing, in my opinion. So.
Oh, yeah, sorry about your team. And, it's that time of year, March basketball. But, when we're talking about March basketball tournaments, that the warm weather is soon to follow. Yeah. We've got some hazy conditions this morning. 5 miles in Ocean City, 6 in Salisbury, 7 in Georgetown. A little bit of haze out there. We've got those low-hanging clouds. And temperatures uniformly in the low 40s under that cloud deck. 41 in Ocean Pines, Rehoboth. You're waking up to 43. 43 in Georgetown and Redden, 42. So we are looking at breezy conditions, too. An onshore flow out of the northeast. A little gustier at the beaches, up to about 18 miles per hour. So it has that raw feel for sure. As we have the cloudy skies right now, we continue with that onshore flow as we have high pressure to the north and still lots of low-level moisture. So that will really keep those low clouds in. This model, however, is breaking up the clouds from time to time today, but not at 9 a.m. We're in the 40s, and then maybe by noon, some breaks, inland areas with temperatures into the 50s. But if you're under that cloud deck, mainly 40s, especially at the coast, and maybe some sunshine, but then those clouds quickly fill in again this evening. And that ferry ride will be a cloudy one up to Cape May with a northeast breeze, so bundle up with temperatures staying in the 40s.
Today, we get a better idea about the future of a proposed boardwalk luxury hotel in Rehoboth Beach. The city's planning commission is expected to debate the impact of ordinances to the Belhaven Hotel. It was first in December that the same commission put the hotel on hold after zoning concerns, including the size of the building and parking. As a result, Belhaven was asked to come back with updated site plans.
Latest action by the Delaware General Assembly to stop the flow of big corporations leaving the state. On Thursday, the Senate passed Bill 21. Now, this bill changes how businesses deal with between company leaders and major shareholders. That's how they're handled. It addresses the concerns over equity and corporate governance. It's a reaction to a number of high-profile corporations, most notably Elon Musk's Tesla leaving the state. Delaware's incorporation industry pays more than 20% of the state government's operations, which is a reason why taxes are low in Delaware. The bill is now in the House Judiciary Committee.
Happening today, the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company will take on the first step in its Station 2 renovation and construction project. The agency says a groundbreaking event will take place at 10 a.m. And since the fire company relies on volunteers, it is looking for community help with the $3.5 million expansion. The building would have 4 new truck bays, a training room, and more. And the building will be located off of Banks Road in Long Neck.
On the coast, South Bethany officials will go over a couple of updates today. The town council is expected to hear a presentation on the draft budget for fiscal year 2026, and there will also be a second reading on a proposed noise ordinance, and that reading's normally a formality for approval because there could be a vote on those ordinance updates at this meeting.
In Delaware, a bill is making its way through the General Assembly that aims to keep the public updated on PFAS, or commonly referred to as forever chemicals. Senate Bill 72 was introduced on Thursday, and it would create a website where Delawareans can find the levels of those forever chemicals in their public drinking water system. Rehoboth Beach Democratic Representative Claire Schneider Hall is co-sponsoring a similar measure in the House.
New overnight, Maryland Governor Wes Moore is tackling the state's impact of the federal workforce reductions. According to the governor's office, faith leaders are important in providing support to those who have lost their jobs. At a round table, state and interfaith leaders discussed the best ways to support these communities in need. And the state says there have been over 1,000 unemployment claims from federal workers since January 21st. However, a federal judge in Maryland has ordered thousands of federal probationary employees fired by the Trump administration to be temporarily reinstated. U.S. District Judge James Bretter, appointed by President Obama in the early 2000s, issued a temporary restraining order against dozens of federal agencies and departments affected by the administration's reduction in workforce efforts. Since Trump took office, the government has dismissed about 200,000 probationary employees, workers who are either recent hires or had taken new positions.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and lawmakers are scrambling as federal funding will pause if a funding bill is not passed by midnight tonight. And Republicans control the House, Senate, and the White House.
Yeah, however, passing the bill and getting it to the president's desk, it's going to take bipartisan support. And Amy Kiley shows us the work underway in these final hours.
I will vote to keep the government open.
Those words signal the federal government might not shut down tonight. The Senate is set to vote on a GOP funding bill today that's already through the House. Republicans need a handful of Democrats to reach 60 votes and close debate. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says he will be one of them.
I believe it is my job to make the best choice for the country, to minimize the harms to the American people.
But it's still not clear if the bill will pass. Schumer's statement follows his earlier claim that Democrats had the votes to block the measure.
And we should be hell no, and we should use our leverage in the Senate to negotiate a much better deal.
Democrats want to push back on President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans. They want to rein in efforts to dismantle federal agencies, fire government workers, and cut funding from some programs. That's why House Democrats say they oppose the bill.
What voting for this CR does is that it codifies the chaos and the reckless cuts that Elon Musk has been pursuing.
On the other hand, a shutdown could hurt the economy when it's already reeling from new tariffs. Some Democrats also worry Trump could use a shutdown to push even more cuts.
We are in a perverse, bizarro land where we're having to decide between letting Donald Trump wreck the government this way or wreck the government that way.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
White House has directed the U.S. military to draw up options for increasing the American troop presence in Panama. According to 2 U.S. officials familiar with this planning, the administration is seeking to achieve President Trump's goal of reclaiming the Panama Canal. Both Panama and China, they're denying there is no interference, foreign interference in the 50-mile canal, whose neutrality is enshrined in Panama's Constitution. Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up as spring approaches, Code Purple is closing, and we'll tell you how advocates are still looking to help the homeless.
Also, heartbreak for the Hornets. We had the down-to-the-wire MEAC tourney game that ended Delaware State's season.
And Ocean City prepares for their annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. We'll show you what goes into creating the biggest St. Patrick's Day Parade in Maryland. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, celebrate Women's History Month with a special film festival highlighting women's activism, from Rosie the Riveter to the Women's March. Plus, meet Bert, our adorable pet of the week. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
March Mania is here. Enter your 64-team college basketball picks. Win $350 in Wawa gift cards for the top 3 brackets. Go to DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com to pre-register. The DSN Bracket Challenge, sponsored by Wawa.
Just about 5:41 on our Friday morning, looking a little hazy on the Spicer Brothers cam right now, 42 degrees. So we can't rule out a little haze, a little fog this morning. 5 miles in that in Ocean City, 6 in Salisbury, 7 in Georgetown. So, use the low beam headlights, take it slow. We've got temperatures in the low 40s right now, and winds a little gusty at the beaches. We still have that moist onshore flow, so we're still stuck in the clouds, and we have that east-northeast wind. And I think it's going to be tough to see breaks in the clouds as those low clouds are hanging in pretty tough. On your DriveCast this morning, I did give it the yellow light for some fog and haze. If you do hit some fog, make sure you use the low beam headlights, and that fog will lift to just low clouds and maybe a few breaks as we head into the afternoon. I gave it the green light as we go into the afternoon hours, as it will be dry, chilly, and breezy. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's another way to get your forecast, sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico.
Thank you, Bob. New this morning, we are only one day away from Maryland's biggest St. Patrick's Day parade, which is in Ocean City. And with the big parade comes waves of people and businesses in town. Can't wait to see all the green. The Ocean City Chamber of Commerce Executive Director explains how that parade helps everyone in the town.
All these business owners who've been investing in their businesses in the off season, this is kind of their little coming out party to greet visitors and, local residents alike with some frivolity.
If you want to wear green and join in on the fun, the parade starts tomorrow at 11 a.m. and will last until 3 p.m.
It's the magic of the MEAC. It's North Carolina Central University taking on Delaware State University. We are tied 77-77, 7.8 seconds left to go in regulation. Isaac Parson for the Eagles driving to the lane and in. NCCU pulls the upset and they come out on top 79-77.
Let's take a look at that last sequence. 14 seconds to go. Delaware State University gets a third chance opportunity. Martez Robinson in the corner gets it to go. We are tied at 77, but 7.8 seconds was too much time for the Eagles. Isaac Parson went to work and had the luck of the bounce. Delaware State falls in round one in heartbreaking fashion.
But one local team is moving on to the MEAC semifinals. It's the Lady Hawks of University of Maryland Eastern Shore. They came out on top of Morgan State yesterday, 74-67. Let's recap how they got there.
Samara Haynes puts it up and knocks it down. Nia Green driving to the basket plus the foul that ties the game at 24 with 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. UMES not giving up on defense. Brianna Barnes with the takeaway and getting the deuce. And the second half would be all Hawks. UMES comes out on top against Morgan State 74-67. The Lady Hawks tip off at 2 p.m. today against Howard University. Reporting from Norfolk Scope Arena at the MEAC Conference Tournament for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Kayla Santiago.
And coming up tonight on DSN 8:30, we have a replay of the boys basketball game featuring Woodbridge and Easton. Then it's the final score at 10:30.
Movie news for your Friday. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
My rook is a phenomenal talent, but he's young. You plus him, boom, I got a team.
When was the last time you won a race? Sunday, Daytona? Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Formula One. Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you.
Brad Pitt returns to the track in the latest trailer for F1. Damson Idris, Kerry Condon, and Javier Bardem also star in the racing flick from Top Gun Maverick director Joseph Kosinski. F1 speeds into IMAX and other theaters June 27th. Twisters and Anyone But You star Glenn Powell is set for the sci-fi film The Natural Order about the search for eternal life. Oscar winner Barry Jenkins, fresh off Mufasa the Lion King, is in talks to direct.
We have to warn our people what this place is, what it really is. We have to get the word out.
The World Will Tremble is based on the true story of the prisoners who escaped from the first Nazi death camp and provided the first eyewitness accounts of the Holocaust. Oliver Jackson Cohen stars in the drama, which opens in theaters Friday. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
If you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from CoastTV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up right now for free at coasttv.com and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
Lots of low clouds, maybe some haze and fog out there. Not looking too bad right now on the Tidal Health Cam, 42 degrees. The week is ending cloudy and on the chilly side, but then a weekend warm up and then showers and thunderstorms later Sunday into Monday. Some of those possibly strong to severe. I'll time it out on Futurecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead and Dallas Federico.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Get the Coast TV News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
5:48, and we are taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning. And Bob, the roads, they were okay. Just some of the clarity, it's a little hazy outside, so you need to be careful. But I know this week it's going to be a little rainy and misty, so.
Yeah, it's going to get rainy end of the weekend, Elise. And as we see on the camera there, roads are dry. It's a little hazy. We've got those low clouds. If they come down enough, well, it'll be fog. And it's that possibility this morning. But so far, the visibility is good. 5 miles in Ocean City, 6 in Salisbury, 7 in Georgetown right now. So if you get into a little bit of fog, make sure you use a low beam headlights. And under that cloud deck, uniform temperatures 41 to 43. Everybody's essentially 42 to 43 degrees right now with the cloudy skies, and it feels a little cooler with the raw northeast wind, lighter inland, but at the beaches it's a little stronger. We're seeing gusts close to 20 Indian River Inlet, so we're going to continue with that persistent onshore flow, and that means more low clouds for today, maybe some breaks from time to time, but lots of low clouds not only over us but really much of the mid-Atlantic region as we continue with this onshore flow with cool high pressure. We're looking at quiet conditions across the plains, but a lot of energy, a lot of storminess moving into California and into the Rockies, and that will generate a very strong area of low pressure, maybe the strongest we've seen in some time, that will track into the Great Lakes this weekend. But eventually we will see the cold front from that bringing us showers and storms later Sunday. But today we've got the low clouds. We continue the onshore flow by the noon hour. If you're in the clouds, mainly in the 40s, if you see some sun, you will peak into the low 50s maybe. I think this model might be a little optimistic. I think those low clouds are going to hang pretty tough right through the overnight hours, maybe a little patchy drizzle. And Saturday is tricky. We've got a warm front moving through. We'll be in the 40s in the morning, and I'm expecting highs in the 60s, but that could be a bust because look at this model in the afternoon. We're only in the 40s and 50s, so maybe that warm front lagging behind a little bit, but I'm optimistic for some milder weather. But right now we have a stationary front to the south with a chilly northeasterly flow, and you see those winds coming in out of the east-southeast through the overnight hours. And then we move into your Saturday, and they start to turn in out of the south, and they'll really pick up on Sunday, gusting 30 to maybe 40 miles per hour into the afternoon. And then that cold front moves through in the evening, and maybe even stronger after that. But we'll continue to watch that warm front lifting through this weekend, warming us up. And then we see the muggy and windy conditions and mild weather on Sunday. In the evening, showers, thunderstorms. You see the yellow indicating heavier rain, and maybe those storms being marginally severe with some damaging winds through the overnight. And then very early Monday, St. Patrick's Day, we see the last of that rain moving out. Then I think we'll salvage the rest of St. Patrick's Day with more in the way of sunshine. And it could be a soaking rain. We're still looking at drought conditions and could see maybe an inch and a half of rain depending on where some of the heavier showers line up. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 52, still kind of in the gloomy weather today, up to 65 hopefully on Saturday. And then a yellow alert for later Sunday for the showers and storms. A high of 71, early rain St. Patrick's Day 59, and then drying out and warming up after that 60s Tuesday into Thursday, which by the way is the first day of spring. Some spring showers and a high of 69.
Thank you, Bob. Code Purple close for the season on tomorrow, March 15th. Mike Agnew, site director for Code Purple at the Cape, has been working to bring back a homeless encampment on Route 1 called Tiros. Until he can do that, he's been able to place a few people at Casa San Francisco in Milton. The program manager says combating homeless takes a village. A new overnight Delaware bill aims to expand free lunches to all public school students. According to House Bill 125, all public school students who participate in the Federal School Breakfast Program or National School Lunch Program can expect a free meal at school regardless of household income. The recent uncertainty in the Department of Education, the proposed bill says the department would be required to reimburse schools for meals not reimbursed to them by the Department of Agriculture. House Bill 125 is assigned to the House Education Committee and is awaiting a hearing.
A live look at the Bay Health Cam in Milford. Good visibility for you, 41 degrees. Watch for some fog and haze this morning, but more clouds, chilly weather to end the week, and then a weekend warm up with showers and storms later Sunday into St. Patrick's Day. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Dave. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain.
Give me a home.
Designed with advanced engineering and fueled by power that's second to none.
And the skies are dark cloudy all day. Home on the range.
Bad Boy. Mow with an attitude.
Be a part of the ultimate outdoor experience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. Join us Friday, April 25th from 3 to 8 and Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 4 at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington. Showcase your products and services to thousands of potential customers. Increase your brand awareness and reach a large audience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. For more information and to apply as a vendor today, visit WBOCEvents.com.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Coming up, Cate Blanchett is dishing acting secrets.
You've already shifted!
I know.
Friday at noon on Coast TV.
Lighten up your week. Subscribe to the Coast TV Feel Good Friday newsletter. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com. Get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox.
It is 5:55 and we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And as we do each Friday, our coastal pets come to us from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. Take a look at your screen right there. That is Freddie Joe. This sweet girl loves the mouse toy with the rope tail, and Freddie Joe would love to be the only feline family member in your home so she can be queen of the castle. You can make that happen if you go over to the Brandywine Valley SPCA.
And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
That is where the QR code is at the top center there. Scan that to get your friends to us at Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
And it is 5:56. We're going to take another quick look at your Friday morning forecast.
Yeah, Bob, got another dreary start to our morning.
I know. I was looking forward to maybe seeing a little bit of that lunar eclipse last night, but it just was not in the cards. Those low clouds really hanging tough. And that's going to be the case today. This morning, maybe a little bit of patchy fog, reducing visibility less than 5 miles at times. And then we'll see that fog deck lift to just low clouds as we go through the morning hours. And it's a slow climb through the 40s. In fact, if you're in the clouds, you're staying in the 40s today. If we see a little bit of sun, especially this afternoon away from the coast, I think we're looking at temperatures getting into the lower 50s. So I'm optimistic for some sun today, 52. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast, and I'm also hoping for 65 degrees tomorrow. It really depends on when that warm front lifts through. And then Sunday, we definitely know it'll be mild and muggy, 71, and windy with late-day showers and some evening thunderstorms. It is a yellow alert for windy conditions and possibility of strong to severe storms. Showers early Monday on St. Patrick's Day. Otherwise, we do dry it out, 59. And then we're warming up as we're heading towards the official start of spring on Thursday. Maybe some spring showers and then another cool down by Friday.
All right, thank you, Bob. And coming up in our next hour, luxury hotel lag. What Rehoboth Beach officials are expected to debate this afternoon in the ongoing effort of getting the Belhaven built on the boardwalk. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.